hey, look at this, it's not Street Fighter 6 at all. So Street Fighter 6 has now come out, and it's a great game, and everybody loves it. And most likely, people are never going to play Street Fighter 5 again. So I decided to play a few matches of Street Fighter 5 and really talk about why this game had such a rocky start. Street Fighter 5 was released, if I remember correctly, like in 2016, and upon launch, like day one version of the game, had 16 characters, which isn't that big of a deal. A lot of people were complaining that the roster was too small, considering the fact that like Street Fighter 4 launched with like 40 characters. Granted, most of those characters were in the arcade edition, because 4 was originally released in arcades, kind of like all the Tekken games. But it was really just a lack of game modes, because day one, Street Fighter 5 only had like arcade and practice, and like that was it. Not arcade, sorry, online and practice. The game didn't get an arcade edition until like 2 years after release. So, the lack of game modes is really what turned a lot of people off from Street Fighter 5. It really just seemed as if Capcom didn't necessarily care about releasing a complete package or like a comprehensive fighting game. And a lot of people felt like Capcom were focusing too heavily on the, I whiffed the hell out of that. We're focusing too heavily on the competitive side. And as a result, just kind of abandoned a lot of the casual aspects. Like, a lot of people like playing the arcade modes. They like playing through the story and all that stuff. But now with Street Fighter 5. See this. No flash kick, huh? That's tough. Anyway, this is a level 5 AI. I don't want the AI to be too hard because I'm not focused on playing a match, really. But it just seemed as if Capcom just couldn't release a comprehensive fighting game day one, especially now with a game like Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. But despite the fact that this game had a very, very slow start and people just went back and played 4 almost immediately, it took a couple of years before Capcom released a decent fighting game. And by decent, I mean Street Fighter 6. Whenever Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite came out, a lot of the same thing happened. A lot of people called it dull and lifeless and boring, which is what Marvel Infinite was. The only time outside of Street Fighter 6 that Capcom has ever released a good fighting game day one is Marvel vs. Capcom 3, right? But despite all that, Street Fighter 5 took a few years to become a decent fighting game. It's a good game now. I think Street Fighter 5 is a good game now. It just wasn't day one. It took a couple of years to get there. I think when the arcade edition came out in like, what, 2018, it became a decent game. Look at that, guy all backdashed. Oh, he dashed. Oh, there's a stun. Oh, look at that. Oh my god. This is the level 5 AI, so this isn't anything too special. But anyway, Ken is my best character in this game. I couldn't tell you why. I could just play Ken. Ken wins. Most of the game's characters were DLC. Like 70% of the game's characters are DLC, maybe 60 to 70%. The game had 16 characters day one. And then each season added like 6 new characters. And this game went on for... Capcom supported this game for like 5-6 years. And the worst DLC character is 11. He's not as cool as 12 from like Third Strike. 11 is just like a glorified random select. But either way, Street Fighter 5 had the arcade edition 2 years after release, and the arcade edition added an arcade mode, it added a story mode, it actually added single player modes. And that's really when the opinion about Street Fighter 5 began to turn around. And eventually they would begin expanding the roster, they'd begin expanding the mechanics of the game. Like V-shifts and V-reversals were added. So there were additional ways to spin your V-meter, it wasn't just V-skills and V-triggers. But I thought the V-trigger system was kind of cool because you could use it to like extend combos and all that. If you're wondering, in this game I played Ken, Sakura, Balrog, and Chun-Li. Those are like my 4 mains. I remember when Sakura was added as DLC, I was thinking, my god, they're finally going to get me to play this game. Because I really didn't play this until Arcade Edition. It was just, I don't know, you know, Street Fighter 4 was there, and 4 was a great game, and 5 was just okay. But, you know, 5 had a rocky start, and this is probably the last time I'm ever going to play Street Fighter 5. I'm just gonna play like a basic match against the AI here. I'm glad Sakura's still good. I hope they add Sakura into Street Fighter 6. Oh my god, that was a wild jump. Do your jump and wake up, oh my god. Against his computer. Also, knockdowns lasted quite a long time. Like, look at that. I almost put Ruby, that's not Ruby Heart, that's Rose. She's dressed up like Ruby Heart. I almost put her into the corner. We reverse all out of it. Look at that. Oh my god, I can't believe I fell for that. But yeah, you know, Sakura is a good character. Ooh, the V trigger gets it done. Oh man. The AI isn't necessarily great in this game. Like, it's inconsistent. Sometimes the AI will just kind of sit there and take it, and sometimes the AI will absolutely annihilate you. They'll get occasional good, like, hit confirms in, but, you know, it's few and far between in some instances. Punish the overhead. Oh, block the super. Oh, that's not gonna work. My timing's a little off. Oh wait, let me try to get a jump in. I'm gonna try to use the V trigger to extend combos. But yeah, I thought the V trigger system was interesting. This game was quite combo heavy though, which is quite unusual for like a Street Fighter game, right? But hey, what you gonna do? It's a Street Fighter now, I guess. And the EX Hadouken finishes the match. I'm very rusty because I haven't played this in a while, because I kind of ditched this for like Street Fighter 6. I don't know, Street Fighter 5 just kind of lost its swagger. Maybe it was because Capcom supported this game for like a really long time. This game was at EVO 2016, 17, 18, 19. 20 was canceled, 21 was online, and then 22. EVO this year is switching to Street Fighter 6 because obviously it's going to. But as I said, this is going to be like the last time we play Street Fighter 5, probably. I wouldn't imagine very many people are still playing this game. I don't know if this game is going to die completely. Like, you know, some people still play Street Fighter 4. But for 5, it's just, I don't know. This game is maybe going to be like a Marvel Infinite. But you know, maybe it's not fair to compare this to Marvel Infinite because this is actually a good game. Marvel Infinite, I think, is a good game too. But Marvel Infinite was like dead on arrival. For Street Fighter, people were still playing it because, you know, it was Street Fighter, right? So people were still playing this game. But Marvel Infinite was dead on arrival. I might make a separate video about Marvel Infinite. Oof. I'm gonna do a wake up super. Look at that. That's Street Fighter, baby. You shouldn't do a raw wake up super. Especially not if you have like a DP or whatever. I'm pretty ready to bid farewell to Street Fighter 5. I just think that this game outstayed its welcome a lot. I'm very, very rusty, don't mind it. Ooh, look at that. Oh, that was blocked. Wow, my timing is off. Her overhead was great though. Look at that. Sakura's got great neutral in this game. It's just like Street Fighter 4 with that really good neutral. I hope they add Sakura in Street Fighter 6. I want Elena in Street Fighter 6. That's who I want. That's who I want. Especially because Street Fighter 6 brought back like the whole hip-hop urban aesthetic that like Third Strike had. And then that worked a lot online. Me jumping forward and then like doing a neutral jump. That worked a lot online. Oh man. Isn't that a thing of beauty? So, this is Street Fighter 5, probably the last time I'm ever going to play this game. I'll get the last couple of matches against Sakura, against the easy AI, because I can't be bothered to play this game online, because I wouldn't imagine many other people are playing it. This is an ode farewell to Street Fighter 5, I suppose.